Hello YouTube, and what's up? We are back with more Rift Guides and WildRift content. This time we have the Chinese crit Wukong, an absolute one-shot demon that's going to show you how it's done properly. This champion has been pretty much insane for a long time within the context of WildRift, but you pretty much are used to a non-crit version of this build. But in this instance, we are going to run the crit version. We're starting with Trinity Force, and if you're wondering, why is he not going Essence Reaver as first item, the reply is pretty clear here. Trinity Force still does perform way better as your first item than Essence Reaver, and the reason here is just the base stats of Essence Reaver versus the base stats of Trinity Force. You have health, you have attack speed, you have a way better on-hit Spellblade effect, until you have more crit, of course, than compared to Essence Reaver, and generally just all the stats of the item are so much better. So with that in mind, it definitely helps you snowball and accelerate games in an easier fashion than, for example, Essence Reaver. But Essence Reaver, on the other hand, if you're looking for a direct power comparison, let's say the game goes in the same way as it does with Trinity Force, then on like 2-3 items, Essence Reaver will pull ahead due to you having more crit. And crit is a heavy scaling stat. And the more crit you have, the closer you get to these 100%, the more powerful it will become. Because yeah, if there's no RNG involved, life is going to be a lot better for everyone that crits. Every AD carry can relate to that one, pretty much. Why is Warwick cheese ganking? I remember the good times in the past, playing Grace into Fiora top lane. It was such a good matchup. Because every single time Fiora tries to just dash on you, you just force trades on and deal so much damage. Instant recall after securing every single camp here. And now we might see an instant transition into diving the Fiora on the bottom side of the map. Checking the HP bar here, Fiora hits level 5, pops the ultimate for the fun of it. Warwick is still not level 5, goes away, has not gotten his reset off yet, and is one camp behind if you're looking at the overall XP here. Ward being spotted, is he going to W over the wall just to deny them again? Oh, he walks from the corner. Grace ults as well. Fiora being pretty low HP. Flash onto the Fiora. Fiora gets killed here, but here Warwick will claim Wukong's life. And now Grace will also die if the Warwick actually uses one of his brain cells. Just keep the Q, yep, and then that was definitely not worth for the Wukong. Something you have to really pay attention to. Warwick is now Omega fed. Got to be really careful about these trades in the early stages, because now with the Warwick being so accelerated, he will be on his way to the Crux up there, and then counter gank. We see flash after flash, flash of Ezreal, flash of Karma, flash of Soraka, all on the minimap, all being visible. Even though they should have known that Warwick will be here. How could they have known? Because Warwick was spotted down here, not having recalled yet, and then stayed under tower for like 19 business days, and therefore he has to recall eventually, and since he pathed from up to down, his camp should be respawning on the other side of the map, which means he will go there first. Which, as a result, would mean, hey Ezreal, hey Soraka, maybe don't make a play. But it's just like, these little things make such a huge difference if you implement them into your gameplay. They will level up so much how you actually get impact in your games. The same thing is just understanding as a jungle how much power is in waves. Like, you get so much gold from waves, and again, we see here like a fight happening with the Warwick and the Soraka, again, perma-forcing when they don't really have the power to do so. Morgana mid lane, not really a champion that does very much. It's all about just wave clearing and scaling. And the Sivir takes a good recall here with Wukong being around, but the Karma is overstaying it. The Karma will probably die here. Cancels the recall, tries to walk away. Ezreal ult connects, bone plating being procced. Karma presses the ult, nothing happens here. And we get close enough, and we get the kill with the smite secure. Meanwhile, Warwick is running down mid lane. Don't really think he can make a play happen there. But he might be running down towards the Grace, given that he's low HP and the bonus movement speed will help him. And then Grace will die to the Warwick. Just a matter of time until the wolf jumps, and then it's a free kill. Look, the wolf is coming. What's up? on the Wolf. He'll fear into the Fiora, assist given over as well, and yeah, it's a tough time. Needs to be really careful. That's some good damage though. If Warwick has ult, this is really, really bad. Wait, why didn't Warwick just instantly ult then? If Warwick just ulted, like, let's just assume he had ult the entire time, then the Warwick is just an absolute griefer, by the way. Then the Warwick is an absolute demon griefer for what he has done to his teammate. Okay, Renaissol just got his ult fully stacked. It's being popped, and Morgana is just getting killed. I don't know how it's possible to die against an Asol as a Morgana. I really don't think it is possible. But I guess every single day there's a new surprise within WildRift, right? Every single day there's something new. Every lane is legit suffering. He has 4 of 5 KP. And now he's just forced to take what's given to him, unless he just gets a quick kill on the Aesoli with a quick one-shot and maybe secures the dragon, but he doesn't secure the dragon. Aesol trying to run away, but doesn't succeed in running away. Sivir trying to do as much damage as possible, but Warwick here is completely stuck, and now they'll hunt them down. Maybe they'll get both, depending on how much they can chase. And if it doesn't happen, he goes for the camps here around the map, and might even transition into the Herald afterwards, or the Enchanted Ensemble. Hopefully the Morgana actually helps the Wukong. Okay, Fiora is here, not much will happen. Don't really think Fiora has the damage to do anything. Gets the seed here. Aurelion Hulk flies in. Smite secures everything. Warwick is still here, but there's an entire family pulling up just to save them. Morgana Q connects onto the Warwick as he fears. Warwick jumps away with the infinite duress, and even smites the wolf camp to just get away. Now as a consequence, he will lose every single camp on the bottom side of the map and is forced to just vacate everything apart from the wolf camp. He's even killing his own brethren. The wolf is killing the wolves. Feels bad, man. Please don't pop the arrow, or I'll be very upset with you. Okay, thank you, my goat. Okay, we have the Gazillionaire Wukong building collector now. Now it's time to pop some heads. 7 out of 8 KP. Huge damage coming in very soon. 8.2k gold. And Warwick is legit starving. He is in desperate need for some food. Or maybe Mr. Beast should make a video about that guy and feed him, because he desperately needs that one. Okay, we got the angle here. Looks for the doesn't reach, unfortunately, but there's 3 camps to take. Jumps over here. Needs to be mindful of the Warwick, not trying to do anything stupid, but I don't think he can. I think the Wukong is just too powerful right now. I don't think the Warwick has the damage. Because Warwick is a champion, like, you usually either feast or you just famine. Like, there's nothing really in between. But Warwick should always be accelerated, given how the champion works and the context of WildRift Flash. Out of this, here's Soraka pops the ultimate. Big damage onto the Wukong. But Wukong is still going strong here. But where's my Soraka? Soraka is not here to sustain them. She's cuddling with the Ezreal, wasting some valuable time. Wukong even sharing a lot of the gold incoming here with the waves, just because there's nothing else to do. And now he probably goes for the top. Yeah, he will go for the top wave because it's simply the best possible income he can have, while his team randomly ARAMs for the fun of it. And if he joined them in mid lane, he would actually fall behind for 0 reason. And this time, like with doing this, he actually accelerates himself. What is Sivir doing alone here? There's no way she's alone. Yeah, he needs to be mindful of the Warwick. If he plays it really well and the Warwick maybe misplays with his ultimate ability, and then Wukong pops the clone in the right timing, then the Warwick might attach to the clone. That would be so funny. And so on being popped, Aurelion Soul ult thrown away here. Very good that nothing happens. And the Wukong gets to farm another camp. but needs to be mindful of the potential engage of the enemy team onto his team in mid lane. Has a full item in base, but it's a really tough moment to just look for a reset. This can go so bad, and the Wukong chases after with the E. It's so nice, but now he probably will fall. The Aurelion Soul just did too much damage, and the Karma put him on a leash at the same time. 1k gold into the hands of the Dragon, which is a huge problem because this hyperscaling Demon Champion is nearly impossible to end into unless you have Baron. And even if you go for Baron or Elder as a late game objective, you have to think about him having the evolved ultimate ability, which will take away the majority of your HP bar. In the context of this game, however, given that they have a Soraka, it is less potent because the poke damage would not stick since the Soraka can heal you up. But against any other constellations that do not really have this sustained power, it would completely destroy the possibility of them going for these objectives. Nonetheless, he can just place down the ultimate and the third ability into the area of that objective, and that could already be enough to secure kills and get everyone completely killed. Now we need to be careful about the Baron, because Baron is such an easy objective to take, especially around the 11-minute mark, that in reality, like, we really want the top lane CS, because it's such a huge amount of gold. But if we show up there, we'll immediately lose the Baron, which is a really big loss that we do not want to take. Okay, we have a ward on that one, that's pretty good. And the Aurelion Soul seems to be overextending here. We're trying to avoid the vision, go forward with the stealth, but unfortunately Aurelion Soul isn't here anymore. And now the enemy, if they spot this one happening, they could immediately rush Nashor and just one-shot it. You see, they're jumping it instantly. And there's not much that can be done. It's too squishy. You see, it's just too squishy. It just dies. Oh, Morgana flashes in, for what reason, by the way? Her ult only attached to one target. If she wants to make that play, she has to ult flash in and then ult, and then preferably have stasis, so she can actually play for time. What she's done right now, it's not really doing any of that, she just sacrificed her life for basically nothing. But yeah, this is the consequence of Wukong going for this top wave. If he didn't do so, the enemy would not have been able to take away that Nashor. But again, nobody seemed to be interested in this top wave, so we have to be like super real. And luckily, since this is the very first Baron around the 11-minute mark, we're not going to lose too much from that one. That is the really good part about it. It's very weak compared to later versions. Goes in, grabs another easy kill, and goes out again. The team playing Aram again. Oh, Aurelion Soul. Hello? What is my ASOL doing? Mod check. Why is my ASOL running it down? So classic. I imagine the old Solar Charge Blade on this champion. But you know, like, the weird part about Conqueror Wukong is the lack of mobility in comparison to Phase Rush. Because it's really noticeable that when you go in, you're actually stuck inside of the fight, and getting out is a lot more difficult than compared to the Phase Rush version. So on paper, I think it might sound even better to have the Phase Rush variant here if you want to go crit, but also at the same time, having Conqueror on a crit build is so powerful, and if you're wondering why, Conqueror grants you up to 42 AD, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 42 AD as the game goes on. And 42 AD on a crit build, they really hurt. Meanwhile, the Grace with his lovely skin, pushing in another minion. But yeah, this is going to be tough. The Wukong has to be really mindful about his positioning, but he has flash. Now with the big objective coming up of Nasher in about 20 seconds, any play could be really good, but he has to make it worth. Like right now, committing your flash for a play could be very, very good, because if the kill immediately leads to the big objective, it's such a huge swing in terms of impact. And now he goes for this objective, tries to kill it immediately, while his team is trying to protect Nasher from being taken, which is the objectively very good play if this one actually grants us a soul, which doesn't. So this dragon is absolutely not doing anything for us in a sense of increasing win percentage. A soul is still dead on the enemy team's side, and we spot the Sivir quickly popping the Sivir here, instantly one-shotting her. Warwick on the run, he does not have anything to heal off of, and he pops the ult immediately just in case that the Warwick tries to do something. And this should be an easy Baron. It's so funny to see crit Wukong. Look at Fiora doing Fiora things, but will he be able to turn? Because he has to keep in mind, like running, yeah, like running from an Aurelion Soul is not the easiest of tasks because Rylai's is a really disgusting item to deal with. Like the continuously applied slow by the Aurelion Soul's first ability is something that you have to just really be careful of. It is very, very potent. Looks for another angle here, doesn't have flash now for a play. Baron only 52 seconds left on the timer. And he's been looking, oh, Ezreal finds an angle here on the Fiora, pops the PTA on her, does a really big amount of damage. Will he hit that one? Warwick hits him with the ultimate ability, but the silence of Soraka is below. Soraka also ults and he is saved here. Now the Wukong is collecting his bounties, getting these kills done, but now it just goes away immediately. Looks for another angle here. Grace is behind him, pops the auto tag, pops another one, pops another head, but the Aurelion Soul ult is just too humongous. And they have to end that play with Graves' life. But luckily, it's time to get some structures down here. Come on, Ezreal, I know you can do it. Collect these towers. Meanwhile, Wukong just walks past and one-shots the Nexus. And if you want to see the next videos, like the next games of this, like this champion, this build, just feel free to check out that channel description below, and we'll see each other for more content very soon. Take care and have a beautiful day.